Hello, this is Matt on the Shiba Inu Land channel. It has literally been years since I've seen this many analysts confident that the long-awaited XRP bull run is finally at hand. I'm going to share with you some perspective here from a few analysts articulating some of their thoughts on this. And so I'll just note this doesn't happen frequently where I see a bunch of analysts all at once on their own coming to the conclusion that XRP is probably about to run. This has happened before, though. For anybody that was watching my channel back in 2020, for example, and I think it was, I have to look at a chart to be sure, but it may have been like late October or the very beginning of November. And I noted, hey guys, I'm seeing something I don't normally see. A bunch of analysts that I follow talking about XRP projecting that it is about to burst. And once you know it, whether it was a few days or a week or whatever it was, it started running. And it ran like it ran in ages because it had been hovering around at the time. If you were there, you know what it was like. It was in the 20-something cent range, like for months on end. It felt like it was never going to go. Never, ever, ever going to go. But then there's all sorts of analysts saw stuff in the charts and like, well, this thing's about to pop. This bad boy's about to pop. And it did. It went from, I think, about 20-something cents wherever it was. I don't know if it was about 25 cents in a matter of a week or two, over 80 cents. And I'm pretty sure it was November of 2020. So again, all I'm noting is that that's the type of environment I'm seeing here right now. I am not offering financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say, right? I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So here's a headline from the Crypto Basic. XRP finally breaking 6-year triangle analyst targets $3.50. And it's funny because an earlier video of mine, I was actually highlighting the perspective that they're talking about right here is from a chart analyst, JD. And I don't want to go through that again. I just wanted to note it. It's another thing. But what's happening, perhaps even if you take a look at a little bit of a shorter time frame, even over the chart action for the last few years, what's it telling you on a longer time frame here, higher time frame? Well, chart analyst Love Crypto had something to say. You can kind of guess which way he's leaning, even though he's technically asking a question. He says, so in 2017 style pump, sir, hashtag XRP. And so, y'all know I don't need to tell you what happened in late 2017 into early 2018. That was the biggest face melt XRP rally in history. And you can see what that looks like when you finally get that huge leg up right there. And well, this first one would have been, well, the first leg technically was in March or April. I'd have to take it, just understand I'm speaking roughly. But there was a first leg up in the first half of 2017, followed by the final blow off top that let's be real in terms of percentage, that wasn't where the most of the rally was. But if you want to talk in terms of dollars, yeah, that's where the face belt was. That would have been at the end of 2017 and early 2018. And so what he's noting here, because he's recognizing this obviously doesn't all happen in one go when it goes. But he's noting that if you see what XRP finally started running the first half of 2017, that might be the situation we're in right now. And mind you, when that happened, XRP went from about half a penny to I think about 42 cents, pulling from memory here. And so we just took that and he put it over on the chart here on the left, highlighting what's happened in recent years and showing that if you have a similar type of action with that, I mean, face melts, putting it very mildly. It's absolutely putting it very mildly quickly above $1. And in Love Crypto, to be clear, like he thinks that over $20 is in the cards. In fact, and then there was this post from this morning, also from Love Crypto. And he wrote the bottom. To be honest, even if I'm expecting a pullback in March, I'd like it to be a quick, sharp shakeout before the long-awaited XRP bull run. Charts seem to offer that possibility. Here's what needs to happen as per history. Number 1, Bitcoin needs to break all-time highs this week or next. And so I will pause to say, even though I won't put a timeline on it, the rest of that is something I've been saying forever. If XRP is going to hit a new all-time high, Bitcoin needs to do it. It's got to do it first. I think there's a low probability XRP hits a new all-time high if Bitcoin doesn't. So I want Bitcoin to, and I think there's a good chance that if I had to bet right now, and I could be wrong, I'm betting that Bitcoin does this cycle, hit a new all-time high, enterprise discovery, and ultimately we will XRP follow, even if it's towards the end of the cycle, like historically. They've been just storm pressing for that. Even if so, and we're going to have a crazy alt season. That's my for fun bet. And then he says, number 2, log MACD to 2-week needs to print a bullish crossover. See chart for XRP. CD? I'm not a chart guy. I'm not pretending to know what that particular one is. As far as I'm concerned, MACD is the freshest hip-hop artist out there on the scene today. Number 3, Bitcoin D, which is dominance, needs to tank in favor of large cap alt rallying. And that's always what you see. Every single cycle. If you're going to have an alt season, what has to happen? In fact, even if Bitcoin price is climbing, you can see dominance go down as long as you see all to take off in more dramatic fashion. There's absolutely historic precedent for that. And then he says this idea would align with a short bull cycle where Bitcoin tops sometime this year, $100,000 plus. Could March 2024 be the new March 2017? Now, it's interesting that he's saying that because I've highlighted obviously credible crypto for years on end. He's been positing this idea of this lengthened cycle. And actually, my last video was about ideas from TechDev and also former Goldman Sachs executive Raoul Pal. They think that what's actually driving Bitcoin cycles is a greater liquidity cycle, the balance sheets of central banks. And that's actually slightly less than 4 years. And so that's actually why it doesn't line up perfectly with the halving. That's their theory anyway. So for him to be saying perhaps you're, top this year, well, that would be in line with those types of thoughts. And that would definitely destroy the narrative I already think that the Bitcoin halving narrative is destroyed, but that would further destroy it. Right, that's all I'm saying. And then there was this post from chart analyst Dark Defender. He wrote above 6,649 show starts. Now, what might that mean?
Well, if you're in the XRP community and you follow him, then you know what he actually means.
He's talking about XRP when it's above 6,649. He's actually talking about XRP above 66.49 cents. He says when that happens, that's when the real fireworks begin. And we're at this point where, who knows? By the time I get this published, maybe that's already happening. Or again, life happens fast in crypto. Maybe